Hi, Dee Langley with Dee Langley Realty Associates and REMAX Executive coming to you today for the monthly market report for November of 2016. Somewhere around the middle of the month, we usually get our numbers to get a good idea of how our market is progressing. Merry Christmas! Happy holidays to everybody. I only get to wear this hat for 30 days, so I always have to bust it out literally the day after Thanksgiving. So let's jump right on in. What do you say? For the month of November, we had 9,770 homes. Now, if you go all the way back to when I started doing these videos, you will know that the Charlotte metro region is made up of 17 counties. That includes 4 in South Carolina, and usually Mecklenburg and Union County make up about 50% of these listings. Of those 17 counties, a balanced market is usually about 25,000 listings per month. So 9,770, we're at the lowest point we have ever been in years. We also look at what's called absorption rate. So basically, if everybody stopped listing their homes and we only had to sell the 9,770, if we only had to sell those, how long would it take us? It would take us 2.6 months. And that's a drop from last month as well. Also, how long is it taking us to sell homes? It's taking us about 49 days. Now, that's a small drop. It's only about 2 days from last month. But 49 days. The average time frame from the moment that you put a house on, put a contract on a house to the day that it closes is about 45 days. We're turning homes in 6 weeks tops. 6 weeks. That means you put a sign in the yard and within 3 months, you're already gone. And that means people are having to, one, either have a place to go by renting, and the average rental market right now is still $1,401 per month. $1,401 per month. There's no change from last month with this. So you either have to go live with your family, you have to find a place to rent, or you have to have a place to go. And that's the hard part when you end up with only 9,700 listings. We are so desperate for listings right now. Even some of the largest firms I've seen in the Charlotte area, we're all desperate for listings because they're selling so quick. So if you were thinking about listing your home, now's the time. Don't wait for the spring. Everybody keeps saying, oh, I'll wait until the spring. That's when everything's really fast. I don't think you can get much faster than 49 days. On top of that, if you wait till March, just like everybody else does, you'll have a lot more competition, which is going to drive your price down. Speaking of price, okay, so the average list price on our homes right now is $278,000, and it's $278,772. The average sale price is $259,205. So we're about $19,000 apart. That's getting better. We had a $50,000 split a few months back. But if you look at this, our average sale price is going up. Our average list price is going down. So we had a couple of months there where sellers were trying to get as much money as they possibly can. And then we started seeing that the appraisers were having a hard time justifying this. And so we're starting to see some of those list prices that were trying to push the market as hard as they possibly could. They're actually starting to come down a little. So we're starting to see a shift that way. All right. So what does this mean? One of the big things right now is housing affordability. All right, so we went through the election, doesn't matter which side you were on. We went through the election, and as soon as the president-elect was elected, we had a 0.75% bump. And then they're also talking about one coming this week. So we've seen things go from the mid-3s to the low 4s. Now, don't get me wrong. These are still really, really great rates. They're still super low. But if you were thinking about buying a $300,000 house, that 0.75 point now costs you $200 more a month. If you're looking at $100,000 house, you went and it now costs you about $60 to $70 more a month. That's a huge difference when we went from 3.5% to 4.25%. So some of those folks that were, waiting, sitting on the fence, thinking about, oh, I'll buy a $250,000 house, they may now have to buy a $210,000 house. So your housing affordability is changing every single day. And now is the time to talk to your real estate professional, talk to your mortgage professional. If you don't have either one of these, I am happy to refer you to some of the best folks in the industry. I work with some really great people who will talk you through every step and get you a home not only that you can afford, but that you're comfortable with as well. All right, so let's go back to our counties and our cities. All right, so for Mecklenburg County, we started this last month. Some of y'all emailed in and let me know that you wanted to hear about Mecklenburg County. Mecklenburg County had 1,374 homes. They're on the market for 38 days. That was a slight rise. It was only by a day. And then we're down to 1.8 months supply. So again, it would only take us less than 2 months to go ahead and go through all the inventory that's out there. For Union County, we had 283 homes on the market. We went up 49 days on the market and 2.5 months supply. So we're just over the average for the entire area. All right, let's break it down to towns. For the first time ever, Fort Mill. I've been asked to bring in Fort Mill. Now, Fort Mill had 119 homes on the market, 48 days on the market, and 2.1 months supply. That's about right along average with the rest of the Charlotte metro region. Fort Mill is the up and coming area right now. Lots of construction, lots of commercial construction. There's just lots going on in that area. All right, so for Monroe went down tremendously. 88 homes that were on the market, 35 days on the market, and 2.2 months supply. Now that 2.2 months supply did not move. So what does that mean? If the houses go down, the days on market go down, but our month supply doesn't, that means that some of the folks in Monroe are trying to do that price push. And so they're taking a little longer to negotiate, and then that way they can get them sold. So that's just some of the small things that we're seeing when you see that price push. You'll see little tweaks like that. All right, for Waxhaw, excuse me, my nose itches. Waxhaw had 72 homes on the market, 61 days on the market. That's a drop. But look, their month supply is 3 months supply. Now, why would that be? Waxhaw houses a lot of the multi-million-dollar homes, a lot of the really large homes, and those are taking a little bit longer to sell. So that's why that's 61 days. This is a pocket of really heavily saturated luxury properties. So we're seeing a lot of that come from there, and that's why that information shows up that way with a 3-month supply. All right, folks, Indian Trail. Indian Trail had 77 homes. That's a bump of 2 houses from last month. We're on the market for 45 days, and we're at 1.4 months supply. I say it every month. It's been a recurring theme for the last couple of months, but if you're thinking about selling, call me, 704-989-9793. Respond to this email, respond to my blog. The only thing I don't answer to is smoke signals. I hope y'all have a wonderful holiday. Talk to you soon. Bye.